Hello, I'm John Bachman. The snow is now falling in large parts of the Northeast as this nasty storm system threatens to make a real mess out of the Thanksgiving Day weekend. Millions of people could be affected. Hundreds of flights have already been canceled, hundreds more delayed. Officials across the Northeast are now asking people to stay off the roads as much as possible. And if you have not left for your Thanksgiving trip, you better wait till tomorrow. In surgery this morning for Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she's now had a stent placed in her right coronary artery. A blockage was discovered in the 81-year-old's artery after she experienced some discomfort last night. Ginsburg is expected to be released from the hospital in just a couple of days. She says she wants to continue to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court. And just under 2 years from now, the next presidential election will take place, and Republicans want the guy who ran last time around, Mitt Romney, topping a new Quinnipiac University poll of potential presidential candidates, leading former Florida Governor Jeb Bush and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. As on the Democrat side, well, Hillary Clinton wins by a large margin. One interesting note here, too. She is the only Republican who wins in a hypothetical matchup with Clinton is Romney by 1 point. And a matchup between Clinton and Christie, well, she beats the New Jersey governor by about 1 point. We will see what happens. More protests overnight in Ferguson, Missouri, as the police officer who shot Michael Brown speaks out.
No peace! No peace!
Also, the protest last night described as less violent than the night before, but still police had to arrest more than 40 people.
A group of rioters went on Church Street to the City Hall, broke out several windows of the City Hall, and then badly damaged a Ferguson police car that was parked in front of the City Hall.
Well, that damage to that car, well, it was set on fire. The night of protest comes after Officer Darren Wilson gave his side of the account of what took place back in August. He says he confronted Brown, and Brown started punching him. After Wilson fired his gun, he says Brown ran away and then turned back and charged him.
He gets to about 8 to 10 feet, and as he does that, he kind of starts to lean forward like he's going to tackle me. And I looked down my barrel of my gun, and I fired, and what I saw was his head, and that's where it went.
Well, Wilson says his conscience is clear now because he says he knows he did the right thing and did what was right according to his job. Just a couple of miles from Ferguson, a couple of FBI agents were shot early this morning. The FBI says the incident, though, is not directly related to the Ferguson protest. The agents were helping a police department there with an arrest. One agent was hit in the shoulder, the other in the leg. Both are expected to recover. And you never know what you're going to find at your local library, like maybe an incredibly rare, incredibly valuable first folio of Shakespeare's plays. It's one of only 233 in the entire world, and it just turned up at a little library in France. As librarians were sifting through old books, they're looking for something to put on display, and I say they found something to put on display. Pretty cool stuff there. We'll have another Newsmax Now update coming up for you in about 30 minutes. I'm John Bachman. Now back to Midpoint.